Hola, Taurus. We're doing your heart spread as for the month of April 2021. I'm going to get ahead of the game now. And every Monday, by the way, Taurus will be doing Aries and Taurus for singles and couples going forward. So last Monday we did the end of March. Next Monday we'll do the first week of April. This for the month of April. We'll give you get out ahead of it. Look at the whole month. Okay, already shuffled pretty good. Put a little energy on here. Taurus. This is a couple spread. This is for anyone that thinks of someone else. When you think of someone, and whoever that is, that's who we're going to pick up on. We're going to have the Two of Cups on the bottom of the deck. I don't weight that too heavily in the heart spread, but hey, you take it, it's a nice sign. Here you are coming into a relationship. You're emotionally fulfilled with the Nine of Cups. You know, you're that person we have on the Facebook memes all the time that loves themselves and accepts themselves, and you're emotionally fulfilled in yourself now. The person's coming out with the Eight of Swords. This is terrible energy to come into a relationship with. I don't know how to say it other than that. They're really feeling stressed out. Now this may not have anything to do with you because this is just their energy around relationships. So very, very different. I mean, you're coming in, this is really good energy to come into a relationship with. Well, you wouldn't think. Well, you're out partying, having a good time, and you're enjoying your own company and friends. You're not desperate looking for love. Well, you know, it's a great relationship energy. And here they're coming in having been through a lot of troubles. Their mind is clouded. They're going to be overthinking things. Keep that in mind. A lot of things. They may be saying things that don't really have to do with you. Six of Swords is you in the relationship. Jesus, man. Your person, their poor person. Oh, Taurus. Nine of Swords once they're in the relationship. So it's kind of what I was thinking. It's like with this energy, just being in a relationship might not help it all that much. Your advice is the Wheel of Fortune. And their advice is the Queen of Cups. They maybe need to get a handle on their emotions, or maybe get into their emotions and get out of their heads for sure. Now, this is the advice for the relationship. Very interesting. Now it's hard not to look at the Hierophant as advice for the relationship and not think of a marriage. Now this is their advice, your person's advice in the relationship, your advice in the relationship. Very interesting with the Wheel of Fortune. But the advice for the relationship itself is the Hierophant. Let's see what the universe has in mind here. Okay. Now the High Priestess makes a lot of sense for the person, because they're going to have to get there through the Queen of Cups energy, get in touch with their emotions to bring out this part. We'll clarify the High Priestess. So now you're feeling pretty good coming into a relationship, confident, happy, content. You're probably that person when you came into a relationship, you maybe wasn't a dating site, maybe you were just met them when you were out having fun or at work or something. And then when you're coming in and you're the Six of Swords, right as you get in the relationship, it's like as soon as you get in the relationship, you want to go away. I mean, these two could be, if it's a pattern of you, fear of intimacy, reactive attachment disorder in some mild way, you know, where you think you want something, Nine of Cups, and also, then when you get it, it's like, wait a minute, I'm scared. And with the Wheel of Fortune, that speaks to some kind of pattern here, because this is in your advice or challenge. I just had the thought that by understanding whatever this process is that's going on with you in this half of the reading, this may make that wheel turn in your favor. So while you're not as upset as they are, and this Six of Swords is 100%, because again, we compare this and this. You in the relationship, them in the relationship. Now, I don't think this Nine of Swords is about you. I think this Nine of Swords is about them. They're dealing with some terrible stuff, and they probably just need to go deal with it alone. But here they are with you. So you're reacting to this. And what is the Six of Swords here? It's you kind of withdraw. Like they may be wanting to talk to you a lot about this, and they're going around and around. They're like, my ex and this, and it's terrible, and oh my God, and I can't take it, and I feel like I'm going crazy, and all of that. And you just want to get away from that, you know. Well, also maybe, you know, you were happy before. You didn't have drama in your life, Taurus. And now, look, and yeah, you're kind of like wanting to go away from that a little bit. Maybe when you go away from it, it's when you kind of like think about what your pattern here is. But what they need to do is get in touch with their emotions. And I mean, this could be marriage counseling here, the advice for them. If it's a marriage that went wrong, not maybe with their person, but or maybe alone, but they need to figure out what happened to them in the past relationship, and they cannot figure it out with their heads. You know, they're never gonna figure it out, think their way through it. Okay, they're gonna have to think about emotions and what's going on with emotions. High Priestess. See what we got. So with the High Priestess being clarified with the Eight of Wands, Taurus, taking actions, and with the High Priestess, the whole relationship, you're going to have to use everything that each of you has and really go deep, and you need to going to get into these cups and into the emotions. And there's going to have to be a lot of work and a lot of communication, a lot of action going back and forth in order to have a new start with the Page of Pentacles. So I think what this is saying is, because I have a feeling there's a relationship here. And it's a relationship that could lead to marriage. It could be a good relationship. But this person is just a mess, and they're not ready. And you're kind of not having it. And I think what you need to do is detach and think of about your part in all of this and how it fits into the big picture. And they need to seriously deal with their emotions, because they're not. They're going into their head, and they're thinking and thinking and thinking, and they're never going to think their way out of whatever they're in. So if they want to be stable, and this could definitely be stability, it could imply that for the good of the relationship, that maybe some traditional advice is at store for the relationship. This could be a relationship that's going to demand that you hold space too with the High Priestess. So going to demand that it could be with the Wheel of Fortune for you is saying here, Taurus, a relationship that demands you hold space for them and approach it with some real sense of selflessness and unconditional love. Okay? Because it's going to take a lot of work and a lot of communication, like a lot of communication back and forth. But I get multiple parties, you know, and it's kind of like it's them, I think them dealing with stuff. And then what's going to happen is the best case scenario here is you guys come back together and you say, this is classic. And I love this Page of Pentacles. He's so sincere. You look at his face and with the Pentacles. So that's really good. But it's saying that in the future, you're going to come back together and make a sincere new start. And it's literally that energy of you guys getting together and saying, you know what, seriously, let's have a do-over here, you know, because they're going to say, I've got it together, I'm more emotionally grounded now and ready. And you're going to say, I think I've figured out my part in this and what I'm doing in life. And you're going to come together and you're basically going to start over, you know, your relationship. And then from there, you know, see what next month's reading says. Yeah, but this is for April. So let me know, Taurus. Thank you.